Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Last time we left off with this. I'm not going to say it at the beginning of the video because, well, I don't want to get this flagged right away. But, yeah. So the Germans getting pushed back into Poland. We're now on to a bit of a neat page because it's showing a full breakdown of this plane almost. But, a new type of warfare hits England. January 5th, 1943. German secret weapon. Also, that's not a plane. I'm pretty sure that's a missile. But, I said plane because I'm dumb. The people of a London suburb on January morning found the air filled with a strange, terrifying noise, like the whistling of a giant kettle. Some, thinking it was a heavy bomb, scurried to shelters. Others looked up and caught a glimpse of a new kind of propellerless plane as the aerial visitor repeated its scooting across the sky. The people came to know it and called it the Squirt. Above us is a provisional sectional drawing of the jet-propelled, pilotless miniature plane with which the Nazis were to direct against England with such great success. The three drawings at the right show... oh boy. Oh, I lost my page. Sorry. Three drawings at the right show a head-on, bottom, and side view of the vaunted German secret weapon. Wingspan of the rocket plane is 16 feet. Its length, 25 feet. 4.5 inches section marked X in the bottom drawing shows the propulsion unit. So we'll look at it here in a second. We'll look at that bottom picture here in a second. But we can see the sectional up here. We have the warhead. So right here, it's approximately 1,000 kilograms. Light alloy nose, fairing probably containing a compass. The launching rail, just right here. The steel tubular main spar passing through fuel tank, right there. Pressed steel wing ribs, you can see those in there. Sheet wing covering, obviously right there. The fuel filling cap and the lift lug. One's right here, and the other's right there. The 180-gallon petrol, right there. Or, well, fuel tank capacity, 180, yeah, right there. The grill incorporating and petrol injection. Oh, this is the whole word. Okay, geez almighty. Wire-bound spherical compressed air bottles. Shutters jets, and that's right here, and the pulse duct engine, the pneumatic servo mechanism operating rudder, sorry about that, and elevators, automatic pilot, 3 air-driven gyros, height and range setting, controls, all in there. So obviously they call this a rocket-propelled plane, a pilotless rocket-propelled plane. Obviously, as we know, this is just a rocket. That's all it is. But this is the first real example of them. So it's a whole new idea for them. And then here's that bottom picture that I was talking about. Shows the wingspan of it right there. Actually, it's a better picture of that. The top profile, or the bottom profile, I guess you could say, of it, how it would have looked from the sky or from above it or below it. And then here's the side profile. The X right here, as it said, is shows the propulsion unit. So this is what propels the rocket. That's the jet engine right there. So super neat, very unique weapon. Obviously, a lot of the scientists that invented it will go on to work in certain space organizations in both the USSR and the United States. But that's for after the war. Ringside view of war. January 1944. Battle for Ortona. Ortona. I don't know. Here's a ringside view of the furious street fighting that characterized the battle for and capture of Ortona by Canadian troops of the British 8th Army. At left, a protesting wounded tank man is led from the scene by a medical corpsman, while another mercy worker looks on. At the right, a casualty gets first aid on the debris-strewn sidewalk as German snipers keep up a steady fire. And then below, Canadian crew sends a General Sherman tank crashing through the streets of Ortona. Orton? But yeah, so we see right here that guy getting as much care as he possibly can right now. There's that guy right there. That guy watching him. That's the medical corpsman. That's the tank guy. Watching out. Interesting. It is kind of funny to think that the Canadians are using the good old Sherman. But it was used by a lot of the Allies. So even the Soviets used some of them. The Shermans got around. Ceremony before the battle. January 3rd, 1944. New Year's ceremony on the plains. Mohammedan troops from French Morocco, a unit of the 5th Army, are shown observing their Kabir. Ait Kabir. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I very much apologize. Or Great Beast. Somebody apparently didn't like that word very much. It's either Great Beast or Great Feast. Not sure. A solemn religious ceremony which marks the arrival of the new year. It is now the 1364th on their calendar. In Morocco, it is the custom during the feast that every married man kill a sheep, which is then roasted whole and eaten. Here, Major Jacques Allard left, commandant of the French regiment, puts his seal of approval on the feast by tasting one of the roasted sheep, a necessary part of this religious rite. So there's the French commandant. He's just like, yeah, sure, boys, I'll have a little bit of bite of your sheep. But it's interesting to think that, like, hey, yeah, you know what? Got to do your religious rite. Go on, have the sheep, and you got to have the commandant eat some of it to make sure it's you're following the tradition. But it is nice that these guys were able to still do this during this war. It's really nice to hear that. Ciano, Ciano and De Bono reported executed. January 11th, 1943. Plotted Mussolini's overthrow. Count Galeazzo Ciano, my bad, former Italian foreign minister and son-in-law of Benito Mussolini, was reported by Germany's news agency, DNB, to have been executed. Marshal Emilio De Bono and 16 other members of the former Grand Fascist Council met death with him before a firing squad outside the walls of Salvio prison in Verona, Italy. Ciano and De Bono were accused of treason by the Special Fascist Tribunal. The specific charge was conspiring to oust Mussolini on July 24th, 1943. At one time, Ciano was the most important figure in international diplomacy, having figured prominently in all of Italy's major negotiations, including the Rome-Berlin-Tokyo Pact. De Bono led the military campaigns in Eritrea and Ethiopia. Ciano at the right, De Bono at the top. So there is Ciano, and there's De Bono. Yeah, they're just basically showing that you can be powerful, but if you go against us, you're going to get killed. Doesn't matter who you are. And including that guy. Ciano was, it said, Mussolini's son-in-law. So, even familial ties will not save you. But with that, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell me what I can improve on. I always appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.